Welcome back to My Edmonds News TV. I'm your host, Teresa Wippel, and we're so glad that you joined us today. In the studio with me today, I have Jen Marx. Welcome,
Hello.
Jen. Jen is a mom of two. She has lived in Edmonds for a while, and she has some great advice for parents, grandparents who are looking for things to do with their kids or grandkids. She has also been writing a column for myedmondsnews.com, and it's called Edmonds Kind of Play, and she has a variety of things that she talks about that she's going to share with you today. So let's get started.
Okay.
So say you're a new to Edmonds, you just moved here, and you're a mom or dad, and you have some younger children, and you're looking for things to keep them busy. Where do they get started?
Well, first thing you need to know is there's a ton of stuff to do for kids. There's just an amazing amount of stuff to do. So 5 years ago, I was desperate, new mother of two kids, I had a new baby, and my then 3-year-old had lost his mind, and I just really didn't know where to go. So I made my lifeline phone call to Debbie at Edmonds Parks and Recreation. I said, I have a 3.5-year-old boy, help me. And she hooked us up with Camp Good Time, which still runs through the city of Edmonds. And we made friends we still have now. He did, and so did I. And so that was really, I'd say Edmonds Park and Recreation is the first place to go. They have everything from circus classes, kinder music, mini camps, and summer camps.
Very good. And now there is a go-to resource. I think when my kids were small, I called it the Bible, but tell us more about that.
So this is the craze,
Right.
and there are a couple of different ways to get the craze. As soon as you sign up for a class in Edmonds, this is coming to your house, whether you like it or not. You can also pick it up at the Francis Anderson Center, 700 Main Street, and you can walk right in, get yourself a free copy. You can also get it online at crazedigital.org or edmondscamps.org, which is just all the camp information in one place.
Okay, that's good. And, you know, I know that something that people often will say is, well, gosh, I know there's a lot to do, but I'm not being on a budget. Are there options for people who really are trying to watch their pennies?
There are a lot of options, things to do for free with little kids. First, Edmonds has a ton of parks. If you go to the Edmonds City website, there's a little map, and every park is a tree icon. And well, there's seems like a million, but there's a bunch of them. You can also go to the Olympic Beach Visitor Station, which is at the foot of the fishing pier in Edmonds, right by Marina Beach. And the Edmonds Library has everything from story time to reading with Rover, and is a really great resource to make friends and also go. And there's no commitment, so if your kid throws a fit in the middle of the thing, you can leave.
Right, exactly. And we were talking about it's a great way to hang out with a dog and not have to bring one home.
It is the best. You can read to the dog, you get confidence to read, pet it, go home, doesn't bark in the middle of the night.
Don't have to walk. Yeah, that's great. It's terrific. And, you know, the other thing is that I think for most people, they think of the Edmonds Fountain as being the signature place where everybody knows we'll meet you at the fountain, we'll go to the Starbucks at the fountain.
Definitely.
But you were telling me that there is something special about the fountain for parents. What is that?
Well, I consider it the kid hotspot. It is has the 1-2 punch of Kinder Britches and Terry's Toy Box. So I only found out about Kinder Britches as when I had my oldest son at what was then Stevens Hospital. My labor nurse brought me some gifts, magical, adorable gifts that I'm not really sure where they, you know, where do you get these things? And they were from Kinder Britches. And so this blanket that he got obsessed with, she then reordered for us special. Kinder Britches is a great place to get a baby carrier, those little slip-ons for their feet, a rain jacket, a unique birthday gift. You go right around the corner to Terry's Toy Box. Terry has been an incredible resource for me. So I go in and say, I'm going on a flight, help me. She's got 4 little gadgets. I don't have any daughters. So I'll say, I'm going to a birthday party for a little girl, help me. And so, you know, what age? 8-year-old girl, here's 4 different options to go. So it's a really great place if you're a parent looking for a birthday present or the perfect gift. 5th and Main.
Right, and what's really great too is that it is local, and of course we're all about shopping local and promoting local businesses. So whenever we can, we try to make sure that we do that. Now, say that you are a brand new parent. Period. You've just had a baby, mom or dad. There are a lot of great resources, I know, in Edmonds for them. What would you suggest?
So there are. That's such a scary time. You know, we've talked about this. There's all those nagging feelings of, am I doing this right? And, you know, other people feel like this. And in Edmonds, there are a lot of really great resources for new parents. First is the Edmonds Moms Facebook page. And you can just type in Edmonds Mom in the search bar on Facebook, and you can ask questions from gear to personal questions to what is this on my kid, to even when's the next school day off, and you just have a resource of people in the area ready to help. There are also two different support groups for new parents in Edmonds. The New Moms and Baby Support Group meets at Swedish Edmonds on Fridays at 11, and that's more of a, what diaper are you using? What park do you go to? Is your baby sleeping through the night kind of thing? And then there's an Adjusting to Parenthood postpartum emotional support group, and this is held at Edmonds Family Medicine. It's the first, third, and fifth Tuesday there at Edmonds Family Medicine, and this is more of a, how are you feeling? This is normal. We're all feeling like this too. And it's amazing that these are really, all in one small spot, but the resources for new parents in Edmonds is sort of staggering.
Yeah, that is so great, and it is a scary time, and
Yes.
how wonderful it is that there are resources locally that people
Yes.
can turn to. Something that you have written on Edmonds kind of play about on more than one occasion is what happens if your child is thinking that maybe they might be interested in sports, not really sure, maybe not all that athletic, but they want to try something out. Where do parents start with that?
Talk about scary, right? Like where I see all these soccer pictures on Facebook, where did they sign up for that? Right here in Edmonds, we have pretty much any sport you can think of. I'd say the first place to go is the Snow King Youth Club. You can get anything from spring and fall soccer, flag football, t-ball for the really little ones before they get ready for Pacific Little League, which we have in Edmonds too. Also spring and winter basketball and little kid baseball. And you can register at skyc.net, and then you can go to Pacific Little League, which does have t-ball, baseball, and softball for a really wide range of kids. And of course, you can always go back to Edmonds Park and Recreation. During the summer, they not only have, Kids Love Soccer, they have UK Elite Soccer, a Skyhawk Sports Camp, and gymnastics. So it runs the gamut, and pretty much Francis Anderson is the epicenter.
It really is, and when you're wondering about why all these little kids are running around playing soccer, that's where that all starts.
It really does.
And one thing that you and I were talking about was just the importance of kind of keeping track of all the deadlines for registration. It
Yes.
seems like a lot of times you'll find that it had been passed and you missed it, but there's a good way to kind of put those in your bookmark, those in your calendar, and make sure you know what's going on.
So what I do is I use the Google Calendar, which is hooked up to my Gmail. And so when I look this stuff up, or when we're done with the year, they tend to hand you something so that you'll come back next year. I plug it right into my calendar because there's just no way I'm remembering on my own.
Right. Great tips. Thanks so much, Jen. And if you want to learn more about ideas that Jen has, be sure to check out myedmondsnews.com on Thursdays. That's when her Edmonds Kind of Play column runs. She also has her own blog called snackmomsyndrome.com, and I have to say it is one of the funniest things I've ever read. So check that out as well.